Hey everybody, socialization is the most overused term in the parenting world these days and early childhood education world, and often the most misused or misinterpreted. We stay-at-home moms are not depriving our children of proper socialization. We are actually providing the best form of it. Welcome to this big installment of Mom Motivation Mondays via the Stay-at-Home Mom Survival Guide. My name is Jamie Erickson, founder of the guide and your host here every Monday. The definition of socialization is a continuing process whereby an individual acquires a personal identity and learns the norms, values, behavior, and social skills appropriate to his or her social position. Most parents think that they need to engage their infant through preschool child in playgroups, enroll them in daycare centers, or host play dates nonstop at their home in order to socialize their child. I truly believe that the play dates and playground options are great when done in moderation, but they are by no means necessary to raising a competent child. Are you a human being? Do you interact with your child? Then I'm happy to tell you, you are socializing them. The truth is, there can be bad group socialization experiences. I stopped attending a playgroup when my oldest son was about 18 months old due to the poor influence that some of the older children had on the group. The older boys behaved in a way that I did not want my child emulating. And so, since he was following their lead at the time, doing what they did, I chose to stop attending until I could be sure that my son was going to listen to my corrections in those situations. The impact of exposure to negative behavior is greater than we think. Those of us who socialize our children with other children at play dates know that sometimes our children follow the wrong lead or make a bad choice. This is why parents need to be present during the young years to mold children through these social times. I am a firm believer in socialization with adult supervision and exposure to many new situations and experiences, while you can be present to observe and interject when necessary. This gets the bad rap of being considered helicopter parenting, but up to a certain age, it is necessary. If your child is being socialized around other children with you not around, you will not have knowledge of all they are doing or how they are acting all the time. How do I ensure my child has enough socialization? My children often go to doctor's appointments with me. They have to learn to sit quietly, occupy themselves, and support their mom. They are not perfect angels when they first have to sit in their infant seat or stroller in an appointment, but over time they do learn patience. My children go grocery shopping with me. We go to church on Sundays. My children are exposed to environments where they learn to sit quietly, to respond when I ask them to quiet down. They learn self-control through those repeated experiences. Parenting is not always easy, but teaching life lessons requires hard work. Yes, I have had children throw a tantrum in the exam room or the grocery store. One child cried in his infant seat while the doctor was checking on me, but once he was done, my son was fine. So this idea of taking your children grocery shopping with you seems to be a foreign concept because there are not kids in the grocery stores anymore these days. When I took my kids, sure, they asked for treats or food items, but they learn that they cannot always have what they want. They learn to stay by the cart, say excuse me to adults, identify food items to help me put them in the cart, and make frugal and healthy choices. Again, I do not have one perfect child. It has taken years of me exposing them to situations by taking them along with me. They still need a lot of learning opportunities. Another way to socialize your child: my children go with me to run errands. Talk about teaching and waiting and patience skills. They go to the post office. That even teaches me more patience. They go to the car repair place and the pharmacy. They're exposed to so many new situations and learn how to act in each one. It is all a learning experience. They see a lot of different people of different ages, not just their own age group. And most, they are interacting as part of their family unit. They are learning what team they are on, who the team leader is, and that they have a say as well as a requirement to participate. My oldest two learn what a big brother and big sister are supposed to do. The experiences that socialize are not limited to your child playing with their same age group. By keeping your child home with you and allowing them to go places with you, you are stretching their development, allowing them to learn how to act and what or what not to do, while still maintaining that all-important ability to correct bad behavior before it becomes a bad habit. Do you want a 2-year-old teaching your 2-year-old how to act, or would you like to be the one to do that? Preschoolers are capable of learning how to share and pay attention to others' feelings, but before then, we parents really need to interact and teach. Prior to 3.5, socialization is between you, your child, and play groups, cousins, neighbor kids when you're supervising. If you're a human being and you are interacting with your child, you are teaching them social skills and how to interact. Here are some other ways you help your child learn to be socialized. Our children's identities are shaped by us at home and not their peers. We teach them values, morals, how to be patient, teach discipline, reward them for a good job, and teach that there are consequences for poor behavior. The values and behaviors we want our children to emulate are the ones that we show, so they're learning by example every day. We have to remember that we are our family's compass of values. What we show and teach is what our children will emulate and learn. We do not have to do play dates all the time, but we do have to be working to be the best versions of ourselves that we can be. Our children are secure thanks to knowing we are there for them when they need us. They don't have to cope alone at such a young age. That is a major missing piece of modern socialization of children. Parents are not present, so children are more uneasy than ever. That was one of the lessons I took away from working in childcare. I have no judgment for parents who use daycare. In fact, I think home daycares are your best option when you need to hire someone to care for your child. But children need their parents close, especially for the first 4 to 5 years of life. We are wired to need that comfort and support when we're young, as well as that important piece of socialization that we have a home team and it is our security. What are your thoughts about socialization and how it is used these days? For more important discussions on motherhood, socialization, and parenting, subscribe to the channel, hit like, and use the link in the video description to sign up for my free email newsletter. You gain access to the catalog of free resources for subscribers. Thanks for listening in to Mom Motivation Mondays. See you next time.